It's time! Apologies if I'm a little soft-spoken today. Playing Dial 10 yesterday did quite a number on my throat. But I think I should be alright. Yeah, it was like 2 hours straight of voice acting and being loud. Like whenever it's just like standard talking voice, it's a little different, but when it's like voice acting, you kind of have to put an extra bit of oomph into it. And like I'm not a professional voice actor by any means necessary, but it still hurts my throat. I'm still suffering. But anyway, we're gonna draw some spooky SAMIELs. I should be using the right pen. I've been really like in love with this pen lately. I've been drawing a lot with this, specifically stuff for one of my other stories. I haven't actually drawn anything for tournament in a while. At least since that GIF I made. But we're listening to spooky Jumpscare Mansion music because it's spooky month. Why shouldn't I draw something spooky? No, I don't think I'll draw spooky. Maybe, I don't know. POV. SAMIEL after the bad ending. Grrr. That I don't know yet. I'll probably work with something. But I'm also waking up, so I should probably turn up the desktop audio a bit. I turned it down because I thought it was too loud. But now it's too quiet. Audio balancing. Pain in the ass. Probably won't do anything crazy. Well, actually, I should Halloweenify my VTuber. I should. I just remembered my my music versus my art. Like my music taste versus my art. Where's that? Let me look for that. Yeah, art style versus music or something like that. I made a meme. Nobody used a drawing meme, but I'm still really proud of it. I think it's cute. Where is it? I'm gonna lurk. We'll probably be back. Have fun. Thank you. Enjoy lurking. There it is. Art style versus music. I made this like way back in April, and I'm pretty happy with it because my art tends to be cute, but my music taste is not cute in the slightest. I think since I lost all my original settings for Clip Studio Paint a couple months ago, I've just been inclined to use this brush a bit more. I also really enjoy having different styles for different stories, because I feel like it helps set them all apart if they look different. Also, I've been getting better at drawing my own body type. I had struggled with that for a very long time. Really conveying the general thin and lanky structure of my body. getting better at it, and I think once I really feel like I've situated myself into that, I might consider redoing my PNG tuber. Actually, maybe I should keep that meme open for the so I can pull, excuse me, pull the colors from this, because I really do like those colors. Spooky. Tomorrow's my dad's birthday. I'm excited, but I don't think he cares very much. I just hope he has a good time. Also, this soundtrack playlist I found doesn't feature the dollhouse. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, it does have Karamari Hospital, but it doesn't have the dollhouse. Actually, I don't really recall much interesting about the music in the dollhouse. There's more so everything else, as well as the sound effects. I'm so quiet today. It's harder to speak today because of how I'm feeling, but also I'm really focused on this because I went this, that look nice. I don't know. I'll probably do multiple little drawings. I've been doing a lot of like group drawings lately where I just do a bunch of drawings in one canvas. It's good for practicing space management, and it's also good for practicing incomplete drawings. Like, you don't feel as obligated to finish your drawings if it's all on one canvas, which is nice. So I think what I might do is I might just do a bunch of different sketches and then maybe pick one and just finish that. Damn, my voice really is gone. Holy shit. I didn't think it was this bad until I started talking more. I can't speak. Help! I have my tea today. I have my tea today. So that helps. You know, it's so funny whenever, like, I used to watch certain YouTubers and they'd be like, I'm sorry, my voice is a little gone today. And, like, it sounded exactly the same, but my voice is very clearly different. Like, I can hear my own voice. So I know my voice sounds a little different. I guess that's one of the benefits of having open sinuses. I have slightly deformed sinuses. It also influences the general way my voice sounds. But I've always been able to hear my own voice, and finding out that most people can't hear their voice, it was like it was so trippy to me, because like what do you mean you can't hear your own voice? What do you mean you can't hear like your tone or anything like that? Like that, it does make sense why some people aren't very good at singing if they can't hear that. I know tone deafness is a thing as well, but that's different. That's totally different, actually. It's like specifically, like, you can't hear specific tones. Or, like, for some people, I believe it also means that, like, you can't distinguish between tones. I believe both cases are a thing. Like, but I think the whole, like, certain tones are inaudible thing, I think that's more akin to actual partial deafness than tone deafness. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Oh, this motherfucker. I hate this guy. At least the music's a lot more pleasant whenever he's not like, why are you running, child? Are you afraid of death? Like, like he needs to shut up. I guess this could constitute as warm-up. Right now. It's not very good warm-up, but it is what it is. Ooh, wrong button. Yeah, this music's actually a lot more pleasant to listen to without all the yapping. You know what? I'm done with that one. I don't want to work on that one anymore. I haven't drawn spooky SAMIEL in quite a while. Not the whole weird face. You know, I said earlier that I tend to have like specific art styles for specific stories. and the way I usually draw SAMIEL is derivative of tournament, one of my stories. But right now, I guess I'm kind of working more in favor to something I've been working on recently. I suppose I could do like just a little like style show off with SAMIEL and like my different art style. Yeah, this one's in more favor for Cherry Parade. I've been a little iffy about sharing the drawings I've made of Cherry Parade lately, but that's mostly because that's something I would like to minimize spoilers on, which is surprising because like I share all sorts of stuff with tournament like all the time, but not as much spoilers as most people would assume. It's more of like just basic character interactions and stuff like that. Like, that's still a work in progress. I have plans on how that'll work. And I need to practice actually drawing in a comic format before I really start working on that. I've started working on a script and stuff, but I'm stuck in the beginning because the beginning is the hard part. The beginning and the end are usually the hardest parts of a story. You just kind of want to get to the point, and that's how I am. I like things that just get straight to the point. That really grab your attention from the get-go. I can't really stick with stuff that doesn't do that, with very rare exceptions. But I guess I've just been in the mood to work on Cherry Parade because I hate admitting this, but a lot of the characters from Cherry Parade are previous self-insert or fan OCs that I've migrated there because I like to recycle my characters. I don't like giving things up very easily, and so I had watched Fairy Tail and read the manga recently, caught up with 100 Years Quest, and I was so attached to the character I had made for that I was like, screw it, I need to work on Cherry Parade. I wanted to take a break from tournament and work on that, but I probably won't last very long. I'll probably get back to doing tournament stuff soon. It's just working on like scripts and stuff is annoying. Especially like putting them in a super boring Word document or a Google Doc. I haven't done that yet. I've been mostly just inserting it into my very inactive server for a tournament. Oh, I think this is Karamari Hospital. Let me check. Yep. It's that sweet, sweet waiting room. I think. I got a real big itch to replay those. Both Karamari Hospital and the Dollhouse. I don't even know why. Like, there's really nothing I missed, but like, I've got a real big itch to do that. But I think between now and Wednesday, I'll probably just go through the base game, so I'm prepared for the good ending. Whenever we get there. should remove those lines. I need to wait until I plan other things out before doing that. I was working on a project, one of my class projects, on Wednesday, and I realized something about people who draw figures. And this applies to me as well. But I've noticed that people who draw figures tend to default to one of three things: the figure they have, the figure they wish they had, or the figure they are most attracted to. That is the usual, like, comfort default kind of thing. And I usually defaulted to the figure that I either wanted or was most attracted to. Mostly the figure I wanted, which was just a general, more muscular, thicker, and healthier build. But doing that really isn't very good for your mental health, because you start to hate the way you look when you do stuff like that. Or maybe it just, like, kind of feeds into certain insecurities. But I got really good at drawing thicker body types. Larger bodies. Hold on, where's that button? There it is. I guess what I'm saying is just make sure you delve into diversifying the body types you draw, not for diversity's sake, but for your own sake. Not only is it good for you to get better at drawing figures, but it's just good for you to see just the insanely different types of bodies people can have. And sometimes you might find other people with the same body type that you have. And that may even help with your insecurities. You may find features that you thought were strange that are actually normal. Totally fine. Like, I remember learning why I'm built the way I'm built. And it's mostly because of the fact that I have a connective tissue disorder. I'm a very long and lanky person. And my limbs are very long as well. Like, my hands go down further than they do on most people. And for a while I thought that was weird. Like, I thought it was really weird. Like, I'm long, but like I'm not that tall, so like what am I? What that doesn't make sense. And I remember figuring out why my torso is kind of small. It's because I have a deformed rib cage for some reason. Like, genuinely. You can't see it, but you can feel it. And I can definitely feel it. And my sister's the same way. And it's very relieving knowing what's up with you, and knowing that, like, you're not alone. You're never alone with these kinds of things. I did not plan out the arms very well. What song is this? It's very quiet. I can barely hear it. I don't think you guys can hear it. Oh, you guys can hear it a little bit. Oh, Old Experiments. Primary Hospital. It's interesting how the base game has like cutesy names for the songs, but then like you go to Karamari Hospital and it's like, oh shit. Let's. You know, originally when I made SAMIEL, like the beta designs for them, I originally planned to make them like kind of like a dress-up kind of thing, where like they'd have different outfits all the time. But then I kind of just liked the base outfit that I designed for them. I don't know. I just like it. It's nice and simple, very recognizable. Yeah, that's about where my hands sit. Oops. When I don't know what to do with my hands while just kind of standing around, I tend to just put them on my legs, just like I put my hands like in these spots on my legs and just stand. Honestly, when we played Spooky's mansion, I was so surprised that I never died. I didn't die once. The only time I actually died like on my own time was, well, I mean, I did die by going in the tram too early in Dollhouse, but like I'm pretty sure most people do that anyway. That's just kind of an inescapable death. But the only other deaths I've actually had have been on purpose, which I went down the endless hallway in my free time, and I tried a little bit of endless mode, and I got restless because you can't leave when you're in endless mode. And I wanted to do something else, so I let myself get killed. But aside from that, those are really the only times. I've never really died like on accident. I came very close a few times. But aside from the close calls, I feel like I did really, really well. But also, I feel like it's not that easy to die in that game. Especially in just the standard base game. It's mostly if you, like, freak out too much, I guess. Honestly, I really want to work on one of my class projects right now, but that's not digital. They're all traditional stuff, and it's downstairs anyway. What song is this? It must be one of the ending songs that I skipped through. Or maybe it's from the good ending, I don't know. Not very satisfied with these drawings so far. I hate saying that, but like, maybe I'm too zoomed out. I don't know. Why does this one sound different? Ah. I don't know. I haven't heard this one. But it does involve that creepy skull specimen. Yeah, that's the chill music I remember. Break room. Break room. Good shit. Good shit. I think maybe I'll just make a sketch sheet today. I don't know. I'm just feeling a bit frustrated with what I'm doing at the moment, but maybe I'll come up with something. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. Oh, I think this is the car minigame. It's one of the mini games. That's what I think this is. Hold on. It is the car mini game. It's called Roadburn. I knew it. I love this song. It's cute, silly. That's the death animation music for Specimen 9. Which one is this? I don't know this one. Yeah, which one is this? I don't know this one. Oh, it's a character I don't know. Interesting. I don't know, maybe I just didn't interact with a certain thing. It's so funny that my OBS settings mean that my whistling very rarely gets picked up unless I whistle like super low. It just kind of cuts out. I can't hear it, but I can see it on the little bar thing when it stops like steadying and it just starts going down. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing whatever today, I guess. You know what? I have an idea. I don't know why, but I forgot it's Friday. I forgot today's Friday. I was thinking, oh my gosh, Saturday. But then I was like, wait, I'm streaming today. I don't know, my brain is not all here right now. Which song was this? I don't remember which one this was. Oh, it's from Carmine Hospital. I think it was the GBA that I didn't get to play because I was being hunted. I never got to play that properly. I missed out on that. I might play through Carmine Hospital on my free time and try to get that. Yeah, this is the mermaid. That lady. It was out for my blood. It's called This Is Dan. That's silly. It's cute. Oh, I remember this spooky ass shit. Spooky! It's amazing how the base game does have like a really tasteful balance of horror and comedy, and then both Karamari Hospital and Dollhouse are like super like genuinely scary. There's not really much comedy to it. It's mostly just horror. And it does a really good job at it. I think next October I might have something more set in stone. For like spooky stuff. I've never really been good with timing holidays or anything like that. Here we go. Come here, you. Congratulations, you're the final pick. How does it feel being a winner? I will say, in real life, I have some sweet, sweet legs. I don't know why I'm just was thinking about that. These legs look a bit weird, but my actual legs are much nicer. I guess I just feel like exaggerating some weirdness right now. I'm just thinking about the freaking— oops, wrong tool. I was just thinking about primary hospital and the freaking morgue. That shit was terrifying! Like, oh my god, I thought I was genuinely going to die. I thought I had fucked up, but nope. That's just how it was, for some ungodly reason. It scared the shit out of me, though. It really succeeded at its task. It was scaring me. Scaring me senseless. I should watch my VOD. I wonder how loud I was whenever I was screaming. I don't think George was there for that part. Oops. Sorry. I always have to have my setup differently on drawing streams. And so my microphone is like next to my face instead of in front of my face because I have to face towards my second monitor with drawing. Like, I don't know how it looks on stream, if you can like tell a difference between resolution. Like, you probably can if I moved my Clip Studio Paint window over. This may look a bit funny, so bear with me. Like, let's see. How does this look on OBS? Oh yeah, it's so tiny. And there it is on my second monitor. It's itty bitty on my first monitor. Because they're both different resolutions. Hmm. You know, I've noticed that basic microphone settings aren't very like friendly for my voice. They aren't very high-pitched voice friendly. But I've been really thinking about getting a new microphone because this one just doesn't sound particularly good in general for what I use it for. Not to mention there's like no pop filter or anything like that. So, I've been really thinking about, taking some time to look into some good microphones as well as some good, like, OBS settings for them. Because I know you can't just, like, pop on a new microphone and expect it to be beautiful. Like, no, you have to mess with the settings and all that stuff. Like, I do have a noise filter, for OBS. So, like, there's not nearly as much background noise whenever I'm doing stuff. Because sometimes it'll pick up certain things that I don't want it to pick up. Like the sound of my keyboard, that's not really picked up by it anymore. And it still picks up the sound of my, my mug, because that's just loud as hell, and there's no real way to prevent that from being picked up. Like, that shit's loud! And it also picks up, the sounds of my bones. My bone sounds. Cracking, creaking. Just doing what bones do. I got some new shoes the other day. They're heeled Oxfords, and they're really pretty, and I'm really glad I got some black ones, because I had some cream ones. They didn't really go with anything that I had. And also, when I got them, I started, to experience issues with my feet. But now, those issues are no more, and I know how to care for my feet. Make sure they're in good shape. I did it. And not just that, but I got good posture now too. So I'm a bit taller than I used to be. Because I used to just be 5'5". But now I'm 5'6". And that's not completely because of my posture change. It's also because of my general, my diet, my activity. That's been helping as well. But sometimes posture can improve quite a bit. Like, improve a lot of things quite a bit. And I'm 22, so my bones are still settling. Like, my face looks different from how it looked, like, a few years ago. I had baby face real bad. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't eat those. I have little candies, but I shouldn't eat any of those on stream. No food noises. What is this? It sounds like a stomach. What is this? Secret arcade machine. Interesting. Oh, that's just a random chance thing that I haven't encountered yet. Interesting. I like almonds. I don't know why, but I have a really, really, like, strong urge to play Phasmophobia. Just in general. I just have this strong urge to play it. It's so fun. And I've gotten good. I've gotten better at it. I won't just sit around and hope for the best. I won't just sit around and listen. I'll actually I'll actually, do it. I don't know why, but ever since I, started, this semester, my parents keep forgetting that I stream on Fridays, even though I've always streamed on Fridays. But I guess it's because I don't have class on Fridays, so they just forgot for some reason. They just forget, and I'm not entirely sure why. I guess it doesn't help that they always call for Thursday, like the start of my weekend. When it's not, I do stuff on Fridays too. It is what it is. I've always streamed on Fridays. I mean, sometimes I have to, cancel streams for other things, but that's just how it is now. What is this? Is this that United States of Song? It is! United States of Spooky! So silly. I remember before I deleted Twitter from my phone, I saw somebody made a post saying that these little four-pointed stars are like the lifeblood to every VTuber's design, and I felt called out because I've always liked the four-pointed stars. I just find a little bit of comfort in their design, and I've always liked them quite a bit. Besides, they look more like stars than the five-pointed shape. I have an idea. Ooh. Spooky. Ooh. Hello! Welcome back from your looking. I've settled on a design. For our spooky drawing of the week. I keep making typing mistakes because I'm on a new keyboard. Oh, sweet! New keyboard! I either need a new mouse or a new mouse pad because I've been having issues with my mouse lately. And I thought I was having issues with my keyboard, but it turns out I wasn't. So I'll just have to do a check on that. For my own stuff. I don't really want to get new stuff though, because I do like what I have. But I was talking about getting a new microphone. Not sure when, but eventually. I think that'll be my first upgrade. Because I don't like how this one is. Try your mouse on a flat surface. If it works, it's your mouse pad. If not, it's your mouse. I'll try that after stream because I can't use that on my desk because my desk is made of glass. But I do have a plastic table next to my desk where I usually do my traditional artwork stuff. So I'll try that little technique out after stream because I had to switch my mouse pad out a couple months ago because my old one was starting to irritate my wrist. So I switched to an older one that's actually like more comfortable. Glass is pretty good actually. People literally buy glass mouse pads. It's some of the best mouse pads. Let's see, where is my mouse? I guess it's because of the way the little light sensor works. Because, like, it's not moving at all. So, I'll try it on my little plastic table later. I don't know, I haven't gotten a new mouse pad in quite some, or not mouse pad, new mouse in quite some time. So we'll just have to wait and see. Ah, the beef demon! My mortal enemy. My mouse pad is like a cat paw and the beans are like pillows for me to rest my palms on, so it's epic. I have a cat paw mouse pad too! And that was, it was actually, this mouse pad's actually older than the previous one I used. My previous one was a booby mouse pad. I'm a little embarrassed to say that now, but, booba! Yeah, booba! And I had to swap it out back for this one because this one has more cushion on it. Yeah, I had a booba mouse pad. But it was too weak to handle my epic gamer skills, so I had to swap back to the cat paw. The booba was too small. Honestly, yeah. And like I've noticed that the squishy parts on mouse pads are surrounded by like this little like plastic container thing. So like the squish is just at the top, and I guess maybe there was too much plastic in the other mouse pad. Which creature is this? I don't remember which creature this is. This is obviously... Oh, it's from Carmine Hospital. Oh, I remember it now. This was the freaking morgue section. The section that scared the shit out of me. Ah, that's good to hear. I've had my not mouse pad, my keyboard for quite some time. And I prefer 60%. Cool. I've had my mouse pad, or not mouse pad, why do I keep saying that? I've had my keyboard, well, I've had both my keyboard and my mouse for a few years now. But I prefer cabled keyboards and mouses. I know a lot of people prefer Bluetooth now, but I don't like Bluetooth because you have to use batteries, and I think it's dumb. And the ones before these, from like a million years ago, I had Bluetooth. Yeah, cabled is 100 times better. I've noticed that Bluetooth tends to not last as long either. I don't like it. Oh damn, this song goes hard! Yeah, this was from the morgue section. terrified the shit out of me. But this music is awesome. If you're gaming, you don't want Bluetooth anyway because it isn't as fast as wired. That is very true. Because I used, back with my original... I do have a Bluetooth mouse in my room, but that's exclusively for my laptop if I ever need a mouse for my laptop. But I remember back, with my old setup, my very, very old setup, whenever I was in, like, middle school and high school, I had a Bluetooth mouse, and I would play Minecraft with it, and it did not always respond very well, and I was like, what is this bullshit? I just want to play Minecraft. Just wish to play the Minecraft. Wish to dig and build house in peace. It's physically impossible for Bluetooth to reach that level simply because it can't be as quick as wired. That is true. That is very true. I've always noticed that Bluetooth, it does have a faster response than it used to, but it will never be as fast. This song, it's from Carmari Hospital. Which part? I'm trying to remember. We just played it the other day. That's why gamers don't use Bluetooth. My dad likes using Bluetooth for some reason. Even my controller, I prefer to have it wired rather than with the little Bluetooth thing for my PC controller. What brand is this again? That's right, it's SteelSeries. It's a SteelSeries controller, and I always use it wired instead of wireless. That's an option, but I just prefer wired because then I also don't have to worry about charging it. I don't know why my dad always uses wireless. I guess it's because the computer itself is so far away from where he sits. So he just prefers wireless for that purpose. But he's not like a pro gamer or anything. I tried Bluetooth headphones a long time ago. It's just like the audio was a whole half second or a second off. Really? It isn't like that anymore, especially for the better ones. Like I've been, obviously they were bad. If it was that much off, like I even remember my first pair of Bluetooth headphones were really, really accurate. I still have them up in my my shelf, but I don't use them anymore because I use better sounding ones. But yeah, I can't imagine Bluetooth headphones being that off. That sounds awful. It's like car Bluetooth, because car Bluetooth is always like a second or two off. And I can always tell because I'll be like listening to a song and then like it'll change titles before the song's even over. I still use wired though because I don't want to deal with the battery. That's very true. The headphones I am currently using, that I've been using for a bit on stream, I'm borrowing them from my dad, but they are Astra A50s, and they're expensive as all hell, but they are very, very, very good quality. And you do have to charge them, but the little mount thing it's just, you just put them on there when you're not using them. and then it charges pretty quickly. But the audio is great. You can mess with the settings, make it sound even better, all that cool stuff. It's nice. I'm hoping I can get my own pair eventually, but for now I'm just borrowing my dad's. Because the ones I used before these were Astro A10s, which were also his, but he just straight up gave me those. I think I have Razer Black Shark V2, I think. Let me look those up. Razer V2. There's V2 and V2 Pro. They have a good rating. And they look cool. Yeah, they look neat. They look comfy too. They are good. I wish I could take a mic off it though, because I have an actual one. Yeah, I looked at the mic and it's like super big. You can't even like flip it up, can you? It doesn't look like you can. It's just there. That's not a good design. We can move it. It just looks like you can't like flip it up like you can on Astra headsets. Yeah, but not out of view. Yeah, like it's adjustable, but you can't like completely get it out of the way. Ooh. That was a sudden change. What is this? Oh, it's from... Oh! It's the creepy ass little thing that chases you in the basement in Karamari Hospital. The one that I completely like tunnel visioned on and just ran for my life. The freaking basement with the weird baby head. This motherfucker. I hate the merchant so much. Worst specimen ever. I don't think anybody likes the merchant. Yeah, the puppet guy. He's the worst. He's the reason why I got the bad ending, because I kept using the axe on him. Yeah, the music is pretty fear-inducing, especially because of association. And the fact that he uses needles. Yes, you can hit some of the specimens with the axe, but that's how you get the bad ending, is if you hit like a certain level of violence. You end up, I think it's a violence level of like 20, and like certain specimens give 1 point, some of them give 3 or more. But the bad ending for attacking the cardboard things. Oh no! You must have hit a lot of them then, because like they each give like one point. But I kept hitting the merchant because he's so freaking annoying. Hit practically all of them. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, I never hit any of those because I just kept moving forward. I guess it's just because I was already so focused on just moving forward that anytime they'd appear, I'd just keep moving. They do get a bit annoying, but like, I don't know. I just never felt the urge to harm them. But the merchant, I absolutely 100% hit him. They're scared and sometimes blocked me. They do have hitboxes, and that's very like fear-inducing if like you're being chased, especially by something fast. and they're just like, hello, and get in your way. Like, no, go away. Do you do the AFK thing? I have not done that yet. I wanted to do that next week on Wednesday. Because I want to show the good ending. And I want to do, I'll probably do AFK in like room 995 or something. So just so I can show that off. Probably won't be here then, because I'll have school like normal that day. Oh, damn. Well, there's always the VODs. But you know that. I know you just really like being here, so you can chat with me. But yeah, originally I did want Wednesday to be the last day for Spooky, but because you told me that the endless mode has some bonus stuff, it'll be hard to find it in the VOD. That is true. I'm not very good at remembering to put like timestamps or anything. I need to start doing that. But I guess I just like I finish stream and then I immediately go to YouTube and upload the VOD. Just tend to tunnel vision when I do that. But since you told me that endless mode has some bonus stuff in it, I will definitely be streaming more Spooky on Wednesday. But that'll be our last Spooky stream. Endless mode has a deer girl or something that people simp for. Oh, that's who that there was one of the songs on the soundtrack was for her, and I was like, what is this? Who is this? Who's this for? And I saw people mentioning her, and I was like, ah, that's something I haven't seen yet. I see some pretty crazy high scores on endless mode. My current score is like 30 something because I wanted to do something else. Endless mode is scarier than normal. Yeah, when I first played through endless mode, I got the mermaid lady, and it just kept going on, and the rooms were bigger. It wouldn't stop. That was the first specimen I encountered with my first time in endless mode. Was freaking mermaid lady. I was not happy. Spooky. I will say, I do plan on playing more horror games, but I will not play any sort of like jump scare heavy game on stream because I do not have a very good heart for that kind of stuff. Like, I will not be playing any Five Nights at Freddy's games, which breaks my heart because I grew up with those, watching other like YouTubers play it. I thought about playing Help Wanted because like that one's a little different because there's more to do. It's less of a like sit and wait kind of game like the other FNAF games. But yeah, I can't really play any of those. I've played it, it's very fun and spooky. I would love to play VR stuff on stream. I don't have a VR headset for my PC. I have a one for the PS4, but I don't know how to stream PlayStation stuff onto my computer. I know it's possible, I just don't know how to do it. I guess I'm just waiting to get like a capture card so I can also do think you know how. Ooh, I'd like to know. Yeah, I was about to say was planning on getting a capture card anyway because there's other platforms I also want to play on. Like I have a bunch of Wii games that I want to play. And of course there's the Switch, and I have that as well. Yeah. I figured it was probably capture card, but I don't know if you need a capture card for PS5 anymore, or if you can just connect like through the internet or something. I've been considering getting a capture card for a very long time. There is a way to stream on PlayStation itself, but I don't have one, so I don't know. Yeah, I think there's a specific button that you can like capture recordings, but like I don't know how that works in favor of actual like streaming or whatever. Now I think about it, I have a capture card somewhere. Oh. I don't know. I think there's different capture cards for different platforms. Like older consoles, like the Wii, would probably need like a specific type of capture card. I was just thinking about that. Because I would love to eventually play the Metroid Prime series on stream. And I know Prime 1 is now remastered on the Switch, but 2 and 3 are not. Okay, don't fall in! So my dad used to say, don't fall in the toilet. Oh no! No, George! Don't go! Don't follow the light! Okay, I shall be here. What's my audio input capture picking up? Okay, it's not picking that up anymore. That was weird. That does pick up my keyboard a little bit, doesn't it? Not really. But yeah, I think I'm done. I'll wait for George to get back so I can say my goodbyes. Spooky. The main menu. Very fitting end. So, midterms are coming up. Midterms are coming up, and honestly, it's not that bad of a time for me because I'm an art student, and usually things chill out around midterms before picking back up for the last half of the semester. But not this upcoming week, but next upcoming week, I will either have to cancel stream on either the 17th or the 19th, depending on when I am assigned for portfolio critique. And the reason why is because I have an exam on both days for a separate class, histology. I have 2 exams that week for that class, and I just don't know yet, and I'll probably find out on either Tuesday or Thursday, this upcoming Tuesday or Thursday. But I keep thinking about it, and I'm like, fuck. Which one do I cancel? Because, like, I'm fine with canceling the Tuesday, but I don't want to cancel the Thursday because Thursdays are the only days that Vincent is available for streaming, and we're playing Dial Town. And I don't want to cancel Dial Town because then we'll have to wait 2 weeks. This uber rare Dial Town stream. But, honestly, if I prepare ahead of time for long enough and I don't take a nap, I may be able to go the whole week and not cancel anything. So that all is just up in the air right now, and I've just been a bit nervous about it, but I think I can do it. It'll just be a very jam-packed week since it's midterms. And like I'm not worried about what's it called? Forensics, because that's a super easy class. And the midterm will probably be super easy too, if we even have a midterm. I've taken most of the classes I've taken haven't had any type of midterm, with the exception of like required introductory courses like art history or something. Like those courses usually have some type of midterm. But yeah, I wouldn't really count those 2 exams as any type of midterm, just really, really shitty scheduling. Because the exam is always either on a Tuesday or Thursday, maybe even a Friday, depending on what the professor has to do. Because he extended it to 2 days, specifically because of that. But we don't get that grace this time, and so I have to do it on Tuesday and Thursday. The first one will be fairly easy because it'll be a lab exam, but the second one will be more difficult because it'll be a lecture exam. Excuse me. I'm very nervous about that, especially since the thing about this class is that there are these, practice quizzes. They are required, and not just that, not only are they required, but I have to do them 15 times each. What the fuck? And it's only the last 5 that count for a grade, but it is required to do it 15 times. So you have to do it a minimum of 15 times, and whatever the last 5 of those 15 plus counts for a grade, and it sucks. It is a good effective study tool, but it's so awful, and I don't like it. But whatever. My art classes will be fine because we're finishing up portfolios, and actually for drawing 3, my portfolio and critiques are on next week, on Wednesday. But my drawing 4 class is 2 weeks from now, on either Tuesday or Thursday. The class is big enough that the class consists of like 12 people, so we have to be split up into 2 groups. But drawing 3 only has 8 people, so we can just have 1 day for that. But my projects have been really fun and entertaining. I've finished the ones for drawing 3, and the one for drawing 4 that's left is really, really, I really, really like it. It's really fun. But I guess I just wanted to share a bit of an update because we're about halfway through now, and obviously the things I've done this semester have had an impact on my streaming, especially on Monday as well as last Friday. I wasn't able to stream last Friday because of an exam, and I couldn't stream on Monday because I was finishing up one of my projects, and I really needed to take the time to focus on that. But it is what it is. It's just how things work sometimes. But I'm excited. I'm excited because things are getting smoother. Things are getting nicer. I did also have to miss out on my meeting with my student organization on Monday because of that project, but I haven't had to do any sort of late night working in quite some time, which is interesting because of the fact that I am streaming alongside doing college stuff. I guess I've just gotten really good with time management, and I have like a very, very nice, steady but saturated workload now. It's just really satisfying, and I really like it. The dear Lord. I think the reason why most people like this specimen so much is specifically because the death is like interactive. You actually have to keep on moving forward whenever you die. It's really interesting. No other specimen works that way. Remember I almost died to the Dead Space one, and that one sucked. I really, really don't like the Dead Space one. La 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 la. Spooky. This music really adds a spook factor to what I've drawn. I didn't even think about that. I just like it. I guess the mouth being slightly agape really helps add that spook too. I like it. Picasso. Ow! Ow! I had to take my glasses off, but fuck! Ow! Ugh. That really hurt. I can't wait for my new glasses to get here. I don't know what's taking them so long. Actually, you know what? I can check my order. So let me do that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That's not my order. There it is. Let me see. Track shipping number. There it is. Beep. Wait, what is it being shipped with? Where is it? Oh no. When did I order this? I ordered this on the 28th, and there's still no update on my order. They better arrive. I'm gonna be pissed if they don't, because I really need new glasses. Cute. I can't wait any longer. I have to go deal with the litter box. Actually, let me put my drawing tablet up. Put it back in its little hidey hole beneath my TV. Oh shit, what'd I knock over? Oh, an eraser. Just an eraser. I have so many of those. I need to find my black eraser because I've been working on black paper and white erasers tend to show up on black paper. I don't know where I put my black eraser though. I need to find it. Why are we back in Yes. Primary hospital. You know what? I can't wait any longer. I think George did fall into the toilet, so I'm just gonna say my goodbyes now. Thank you guys so much for visiting. I hope you have a really good day. And farewell. Bye-bye.